Hi everyone, it's Marion. Welcome to Job Teaser, and it's time to unlock a new company. Today we welcome Edenred, a leading services and payment platform for people at work. Let's say hello to our Edenred guest. Today I receive Pierre. He's Global IT Director for Infrastructure and Operations. Hello Pierre.
Bonjour, hello, thanks for welcoming us. So I'm Pierre and I'm the Chief Technology Officer of Edenred, so in charge of infrastructure worldwide.
And welcome to Morgan. She's Project Manager IT. Hi Morgan, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine.
Very thank you for having accepted to be part of this new episode of Unlock. Today we're going behind the scenes of Edenred, organization, challenges, job opportunities, CSR commitments, what is the company culture, finally, how to join the Eden Step graduate program. Our guests are here to answer all these questions and more. But before, it's time to introduce Edenred with Pierre. Pierre, you're gonna have 60 seconds to pitch your company. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So let's go.
Okay, so Edenred. So we are a global fintech, meaning that we are a payment platform and we deliver services to employees all over the world. And when I say services, when you have an Edenred product in your pocket, most of the time it's for a good moment. It's like a ticket restaurant to go to the restaurant, it's like to purchase some gifts, and companies are coming to us to deliver some services and good moment to their employees. And we are quite large because we are first a worldwide leader with our global platforms. We are in 46 countries. We have a number of customers nearly to 1 million, a little bit below. Customers could be Facebook, could be Red Bull, could be Société Générale, so very large different type of customers. Sometimes it can be governments also. We deliver services in around 2 million different merchants, places where you can use us, and there are 50 billion users of Edenred services. So basically, we are a platform to connect services and consumers, and we are here to enrich connections for good, as we say, meaning that we provide services for end users wherever they are. So quite an exciting company with a lot of energy, and we are French historically, but very worldwide, and a lot of different countries, South America, Europe, a little bit in APAC, and growing. So we are quite excited to be here. Thanks for welcoming us.
Thank you. I think it was perfect. I don't know what you think, Morgan.
I don't have anything to add to this presentation.
Okay. So as you just said, Pierre, Edenred is now a real tech company, which was not the case at the beginning. So could you explain how Edenred succeeded in becoming a digital company in less than 10 years?
Okay. So just for the history, Edenred was part of Accor, you know, the hotel. And Accor Service was our first history. And we realized that when we invented the ticket restaurant, so the inventor is part of Edenred, we realized that it was not the same rhythm, the same energy as running hotels. And so 10 years ago, Edenred was born as an individual company. And we realized that by being able to remove and break, let's say, the physical barriers of the vouchers, the papers, and to be fully digital is something that can help us to grow very fast, to create some new services very easily, and even in the end, to be completely digital in our offers. We aim, for instance, to have in 2024 half of our solutions fully digital for the ticket restaurant. So I don't know if you have a ticket restaurant card yourself, but in the future we'll never deliver any more cards, we'll be plasticless. So it means that we can deliver some offers without using any plastic, so it's good for the planet, by the way.
So directly with your mobile phone?
Exactly. Everything will be in your mobile. And so in the end, if you want to be very fast and to have some new markets and onboard customers in a very energetic way and very fast, because today nobody likes to wait. So it means that we want to be ready for new customers, and in Edenred we have more ideas than time, so for us time is really key. And so if we are digital, it helps us to scale and to innovate. So that's why we are moving completely to a full digital approach.
And what are the effects of this digitalization on your organization and the way you work?
So just to highlight, in Edenred, there are 10,000 of us, roughly. A quarter of this is IT people. So it means first the skills of the company. We are really a tech company. There are more than 2,700 IT people in Edenred. So it means that first we need to change our talent way of managing the people and looking really at experts, looking at the cloud in terms of technology to do some hosting, looking at global platforms to be able to deliver the same service everywhere. So it means that we are looking at automation, we are looking at having some global solutions in-house, and we really behave as a tech company providing service worldwide. So everything is changing, automating, and also looking a lot at security, because we know that the cyber world, there are also some bad people that can be interested in us, so we have to protect us. So we change completely our way of working.
And Morgan, could you speak about your main challenges today, the main challenges of the company, and maybe for the IT services?
So externally, our main service is to be the day-to-day companion for people at work. What does it mean? Is what Pierre just said is for the people to have a card or the phone to pay directly the services that they want when they are at work. So the lunch, the dinner, the food shopping, everything related to gift, but also the fuel card, everything related to the car. And for the people that are accepting our offers, so our merchant or customer, to be able to receive some money from our network. So for the people to go to their restaurant, to go to their fuel station, to use their facilities, and for the whole network to use our services. Internally, what does it mean? It means that we are creating some business line to have the same management from the headquarters to the business units. So we are working on business line benefits, which is everything related to ticket restaurant, gift cards, food shopping cards. We are on fleet and mobility, so everything related to the fuel and car maintenance, everything for EV fleet, and that's it, I think. The toll, the maintenance.
The garage, everything, the repair.
It's really different from country to country, so I'm looking at the same time for the solution. And the last line is basically everything other. It can be corporate payment with some cards that are used in different countries. So basically, I can be an employee of a Mexican company and use my corporate card, Argentina, in Chile, in Brazil, just using but paying in different currency, paying online, booking a hotel, booking any transportation with only one card, and this is not linked to my salary. It's really a corporate card, as an American Express, which would be in a bank account. Okay. So the aim of Edenred is to have every services linked to the corporate life of an employee.
So you both work in IT, at Edenred. So could you introduce the main IT jobs of the company, and more generally, what are your most in-demand jobs and the profiles you look for?
Okay. So for us, very important to understand is that for us, IT is the way to produce value in the company. If IT doesn't work, there's no value, Edenred is down. So it's a really core business, so we are looking at very good profiles to manage our systems. And I would insist on maybe two topics. First, which is the most important for me, the soft skills. We are looking for profiles who are able to cooperate, who like their job, who like to talk to each other with different culture, and who are more in position to say, how can I help you? I will show you how I can fix it, rather than saying, oh, I will tell you how it will not work. So people will cooperate, will be passionate.
And be positive. So.
Positive, of course, but really I want to do something, I want to help the others, because we are in a very growing company, so we have a lot of ideas and we need to focus on making things work. And so for us, let's say to have empathy, being able to sit into the other people's seat and understand their position and see how we can help, is a must-have in Edenred, because we are all very solidar. So you will join the Edenred family, as we say, when you join us. But it's really true, so there is this solidarity, and we don't look for a single player, and people will not cooperate. So that's the first thing. And the second, in terms of technology, we are very digital, so any technology we are interested. And if I talk more for my team, it will be people who love the cloud, cloud technology like Azure from Microsoft, Amazon services also, looking for people in a network because we are in 46 countries. We have a lot of pipe, of security, firewall, many things to deliver. And also people who are sensible to user experience because we do manage a lot of PCs, smartphones and solutions for the end users. And I am looking also for people who like to manage these big fleets and be in charge of the user experience to help all the Edenred people to work in there every day. We are the IT contact, and so any people who are really excited and want to do things, if you have the soft skills, come to see me. I will teach you the hard skills, no problem, and we can work together.
Okay, and Morgan, do you want to add something?
Yeah, I would like to add that I didn't have any IT background before joining the IT direction of Edenred at the headquarters. So there is no blocker there. You can apply for a job in IT without having any hard skill about it. Most of the time, someone from the other team will teach you how to do your job, how to understand the different platforms that we have, or just like to understand the day-to-day, and then you will catch up with the hard skills. It is easier to go to have the soft skills and the mindset to be adaptable to a job than to apply with all of the hard skills, because anyway the technology is advancing faster than the knowledge that we have. So anyway, you will always be late. So at some point you will be late. So there is no blocker to not have the hard skills. If you want, you can just apply for with the soft skills.
Okay, and we talk about later about the trainings and how you specifically develop your skills. But
and if I may add, if you are a geek, I love you too. You can come and
okay.
I love geek also. So if you are a real expert in your technology and you are passionate, come to see us also. We'll find very good reasons to work together.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for this information, Pierre. Let's talk about your onboarding process. How is it structured?
So regarding the onboarding process, we have two different processes. One for the Eden Stepper, which are the graduate program of the group. One for the other people within the group, but it's kind of the same in every country that we have. You have most of the time 1 or 2 days of induction. On this day of induction, you have a presentation of the local structure and the group by someone from the direction, then by the HR with all of the benefits that you will have in these business units. And then on the second day, you can visit some of the facilities that Edenred has. For example, at the headquarters, we are going to the call center, going like in the day-to-day of the business unit to see how they sell the ticket restaurant, how they react with the ticket car, how they sell the services of the group. And regarding the Eden Step, which is a graduate program, so it's 1 week of induction in the headquarter office with a lot of presentation by the JEC members. So the executive committee of the company is going to this graduate cohort and present their bit of expertise, present the group, present how they arrived there, what they are doing in their day-to-day life, and then present the strategy for the next coming years. Because every year we have the 3 years plan. So when the cohort arrived in September, they have the fresh news of the coming 3 years regarding the strategy of the group.
I would like to focus on this Eden Step graduate program. First, could you tell us what this program is about?
So this program is under the VIE contract. It is a 2-year program where basically the Eden Stepper, as we call the guy or girl that is doing this program, is under VIE contract and do 1 year, 1 country in 1 position, and then there is a rotation in another year, another country in another position. In between there is a seminary, so the cohort of the year meet together, work on a project during the first year and do the restitution at the middle of the first year in order to present some of the ideas they have in front of the CEO of the company. And then on the second year, they go to their second rotation. There is a mentorship program. You have like a buddy from the year after you, before you. You have a mentor on the group, and you are like a bit the star, the young star of the company, and the young talent of the company. Because everyone knows you within your business unit as an Eden Stepper and as an expatriate. So you have like a VIP status wherever you are in the group.
So you were a star, Morgan. Because, we have to say that you joined Edenred for the first cohort of the Eden Step graduate program in 2017. How was this experience for you, and what are the advantages of, to be part of it?
So imagine I was the first cohort. Most of my cohort were girls. There were only 4 boys in the cohort, and we were 11. So it was like really a girly prom, let's say.
Okay, great.
We did 1 week of induction in Paris, having 2 dinners with the JEC members during this week. So it was a bit impressive at first, because we arrived after our second master degree, so at 23, 24 years old. We arrived in a big group known as Edenred, but none of the, like a lot of people doesn't know what is Edenred. They know better what is Ticket Restaurant or Ticket Culture or the French product. And then we were sent to the business unit where we were, and I was sent to Brazil first and then to Mexico. In Brazil, I was not speaking Portuguese, so I had to learn Portuguese.
Wow.
In Mexico, I was not speaking Spanish, so I had to learn Spanish. So imagine that in 2 years, I was in an excellence graduate program. I was in position that I didn't had opportunity for in France. So I was working directly in Brazil with the CEO of the business unit. And for Edenred, at that time, Brazil was the first business unit of the group, with the more numerous number of people working there. There were about 2,500 people working there. And Brazil was generating 70% of the revenue of the group.
Okay.
Which was a lot at that time.
So a lot of pressure, so?
Yes, so a lot of pressure. I arrived there at 24 years old without speaking Portuguese, nothing else than hello, how are you? I am Morgan, I am 23 years old and working with the CEO of the company. So I was pushed to high top position, working with the executive committee and so on. Then I had the chance to rotate to Mexico, so to learn a new language in another country.
New challenge.
A new challenge. And I decided to go to a more operational work. So I was working there as a product innovation manager. I was working with the terminal of payments, because there the biggest business units there are related to fleet and mobility. So everything related to the car. So I was pushed from top executive position to really operational work, working with machine, working with card, working with operation, and doing the test, sitting on my desk with real card, putting the card within the machine and doing like the operational job of product innovation manager.
So you did great. And you survived all of this.
I survived.
So congratulations, Morgan. Pierre, for young people who may never have any professional experience before, this program could be a little bit impressive, like Morgan said. So is there a mentorship system for the Eden Steppers to assist them all along the program?
Yes, exactly. And so on top of this kind of VIP status where you're introduced everywhere, each Eden Stepper has a mentor, and myself, I have the pleasure to be a mentor, so I have a mentee, yes. And it's really a dual approach, win-win, because myself, I try to explain to the Eden Stepper how a company works, and to tell to everybody, trust yourself, dare, do things. If you need to have access to this kind of person, or if you have any questions, I don't understand why it works this way, he can talk to me, and I'm not at all in his hierarchical organization. So I'm kind of a buddy or a friend, I could say, but giving advice. And the other way around, for me, it's a good opportunity to refresh and to have new state of mind. People who are coming with new eyes in the company, so they are making some great feedback also of what they observe. So it's really, it's good for the mentee, but it's good for the mentor also. And myself, I have regular contact because I have one mentee, so he's in Bucharest. His name is Davide. He started 3 months ago.
Okay.
And I can tell you that for him, now it's my third appointment I made with him, and next time I go to Bucharest, I will meet him. He's really, he appreciates the contact that we have together, and he appreciates also the capacity he has to be autonomous. To meet, as he tells me, Pierre, after 3 weeks, I met a director in Edenred. And I said, yes, that's great, because, and he said, 4 weeks after, I'm already in charge of one topic by myself, so it can be quite impressive and a lot of responsibility. So having a mentor backstage can help to have confidence, and sometimes when you don't know how to do something, because you're not at school anymore, it's real life, the mentor can help, and that's what I try to give to him. And so each Edenred has a mentor in different branches of the organization with quite a high management level in order to be able to help them to unlock any situation, to crack anything if they are blocked. So it's really nice, this program, yes.
And what about the whole of your employees? Is there any specific mentorship program?
So there is different kind of program within Edenred. There is Eden Step, which is for the young graduate. Then there is the Talent Week, which is for the people that are from 5 to 10 years old in the company. Then you have the Executive Academy, where the people that will be one day a director are able to go to do some ABA trainings at HSA. And then you have some mentorship for the women with high potential within Edenred. So it exists since this year. It has started, I think, in September or October, for the women that has high potential to network together and to have a strong community of women in order to help one of the business, milestone that we have is to reach an equality in between women and men in the top management. So it's helps to promote the women within the company with high potential to access to a direction position.
Okay, great action. I'm sure you know that the personal fulfillment is a major concern for the young talents today. So what is the company culture about it?
So I think it's a culture. I mentioned Edenred family, even if my family myself is at home, but we really have this solidarity in-house, and we try to really assist each other. And after, we are very careful on the professional and personal time balance. And I can tell you, even for myself, I really apply it a lot, because I'm convinced that if you want to be performant and in your company, you have to be happy at home. So you need to find this correct balance between sometimes work hard, but also rest hard on the other hand, and be available and last for long. So in Edenred, we are very cautious about that. And overall, I think we manage to do it. We sometimes have some tough moments because, you know, we are still, let's say, a big startup. So we are very energetic, and sometimes it can be a bit messy because we're going in all that direction and very excited, maybe sometimes over-excited. So we need to cool down, and we need also to take the time to celebrate. You know, when we make a big project or when we win something, we have new customers, to take the time off and to have these off moments, and to be able, when you are with your staff or with your colleagues, to say, how are you, how can I help you, always caring and with a lot of empathy for each other in order to really cool down and be able to act very professionally and last but not least, and to have fun. Because, you know, work is 5 days a week. If you don't have fun, if you're not at ease in your day-to-day, it's tough. You can not last for long. And in Edenred, I think there's quite a lot of fun, I think, at least.
Do you agree, Morgane?
Yes, and I think there is nothing to add to this.
Okay, so perfect. So there is another major concern, Pierre, Morgane, for the young people is the CSR commitments of the companies. So in what areas Edenred is particularly involved?
Okay, so we have a motto in Edenred with people, progress and planet, and we care on these 3 axes. And to give you some example, every year there is one day, all the employees of Edenred, we take part to something we call the Ideal Day, meaning we give one day of our work to assist any association, caritative areas, and sometimes it's more for the planet, sometimes it's to help the elderly. We'll do some gardening in some places to green a place, if I can say. We do some work to help elderly. So there is one day, and everybody is committed, and it goes from the CEO of the company, Bertrand Dumazy, to each employee, and we are doing this, and we are very happy and proud, and honestly, everybody waits for this moment, because on the other hand, it's also a moment when we share something, not in the work, so it's one example. Another example, we have a sportive challenge, which is called Edenred, R-A-I-D, not red like the name of the company, and where during 2 months we are fighting in a nice way, but to try to beat the teams, and the target this year was to reach 1 million kilometers with all the employees, and if we reach 1 million kilometers by walking, running or cycling, we will make a very nice donation to Médecins du Monde, for instance.
Okay.
And so that's something which is very valuable, because the more you hike, you run, you cycle, you know you will contribute to something good, and it also brings a nice challenge. And it finished, by the way, last night, and we are very proud with
Because
Morgan.
we were second, so
Oh, okay.
We are second out of
Congratulations.
300 or 400 teams.
450.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we are tired, but we are happy. No, but that's very nice, and it creates again a good atmosphere internally. So CSR is important, and we know that it's very important for the staff to be in a company that cares, because the more the time comes, the more we need to care about each other and also about the planet. And I mentioned plastic-less in the beginning, but no more cards. So we also look at our ecological footprint. Even if we are a service and platform company, we can contribute, and we will contribute.
Okay. Earlier you say that you were looking for young talents. So could you tell us more about your recruitment process and when can they apply?
So regarding the recruitment process for everyone, all of the opportunities within Edenred are in the Edenred Career Center, because we have now an HR platform for all of the offers that are in the group. So in the 46 countries, you will find this offer in the Edenred Career Center. For the Eden Stepper, so the young graduates that would like to apply to the Eden Step, the admission will start in January and will end mid of March. In order to present the candidacy, the future Eden Stepper has to send his resume and one slide of presentation. So it is not a cover letter, because we are a bit funnier at Edenred. The only order for this slide is to present itself. So you can use PPT, you can use whatever you want, but to present yourself in one slide. It can be text, it can be picture, it can be
Video?
No, only something that can be printable.
Okay. Okay. So perfect.
And from there is a whole process of recruitment. So after the submission of the candidacy, there is a first call with HR to assess if you understand well what is Eden Step, to assess that you are an European between 18 and 28 years old, because this is mandatory to enter in the VIE contract.
Okay.
To assess if you understand well that the position won't be in France, because for the Eden Step it is not based in France, it is based all over the world, but France. To assess your motivation. Then there is an invitation to the assessment center, which is 1 day at DEQ, with one interview with an HR, one interview with one of the manager of DEQ. And on my court, there were a business case, but it's not the case every year. So it's depending on the year, depending on how COVID will work this year also. Then there is third round with a call with the future manager, and most of the time 2 or 3 candidates are sent to this manager in order for him to decide in between different candidacy, and then you receive the final offer and you are sent to the nice process of Eden Step.
Pierre, do you have any advice maybe for the young talents who would like to apply to Edenred?
Trust yourself, be yourself, come as you are, as would say McDo, but really no pressure. And if you like a bit of adventure, honestly, excitement, passion, and things which are moving, if you like, and international, look, Morgan, Brazil, Mexico in 2 years' time, wow, it's fantastic to have this opportunity when you are a young graduate. Do not hesitate to apply. And because I think it's a fantastic program, and for Edenred and for the Eden Stepper, it's a great opportunity, and you cannot find it everywhere. And I can tell you that you become autonomous and responsible of many things very fast. So have fun and do it, really.
Perfect. Morgan, Pierre, thanks again for having shared your experience today. I hope you had a good time.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. It was a pleasure to host this show, and I hope the young talents enjoy it too. And see you very soon on Job Teaser for new episode of Unlocked. Bye-bye.